Excellent. Thank you so much. Great information. Well, with that, I am going to introduce Sacha Wetzel, our liaison here at the AAM Institute to New Zealand. Sacha, do you want to take it away?
Yeah. Well, good evening for us and good morning for the ones that are in Europe and UTC time. Yeah, for 2024, we've had a couple of discussions already. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to have a ton to report about our growth in the last period, but one exciting piece that I can mention here. But to give a brief overview, I'm from Avfoil. For the ones that haven't met you, we have done a lot of work around promoting aviation with our media, and we have a magazine, Chronicles, and we do a lot of online presence. I come from helicopter background and aviation supply chain networks, so done a lot around speaking on the future of flight, and obviously understand the business models a lot is where a lot of my strengths are. So I'll just run you through some stuff that's happened in New Zealand. Obviously, we're going from strength to strength in our aerospace, which is not air mobility, but it connects a lot with New Zealand and its ability to be in the future of flight. So we're doing really well there on the Rocket Lab side, and we've had some great conferences that have connected with all of those players, everything from air mobility right through drones, and obviously we've got our space plane coming out over there in Christchurch as well with Dawn Aerospace. New Zealand Airports come out with an action plan, which was interesting. Had some good points. They come up with a 6-point plan, and it talked about a lot of the things that people talk about in air mobility. And so this is growing the economy through better connectivity and like more use basically. New Zealand's obviously, as I made people aware in the last one, the highest aircraft owner per capita ratio in the world, and the town that I'm in is roughly around 1,500 aircraft per person. So we are the highest in the world, and we run around 150 helicopters alone within this small little region that do everything from farming right through to sticking your art structure on the top of your house, as well as all the normal things. They went into low emission goals as well. That was goal number 2. Obviously, that's the usual one that we're seeing. That's a lot of around fuel usage, ATM, air navigation. Obviously, that's what you just touched on there with the ATMX. Coordination across the government to elevate aviation is really key. Future-proofing airports. Obviously, this is a big infrastructure, and we've seen the recent purchase of some of the vertiports companies. That would have been an interesting one in the US. And obviously, 6, boosting the resilience of aviation. And this is really around fuel storage, solar panels that they've put in and around airports, and Christchurch being one of the more meaningful ones that have taken that great step forward and put the solar panels in to sell to the local industry until they're ready. Beta Aviation has done the deal with Air New Zealand, and Alia and their CTOL will be coming down here next year. So that's a pretty big deal. Huge step for the airline, and they're going to be doing testing and then running freight initially. And there is some aeromedical talk before we go to passengers. So that raises my next point, which is we're seeing a lot of stuff around focus on cities and congestion reduction for air mobility. We're still, on my side, a very strong believer that this is not really where we're going to see the initial growth. We're probably going to see it in the rural sectors and into cities, and certainly the longer distance runs. A lot of drone activity and freight and delivery work. It's really a fleet-wide growth that we're probably looking at as being our major scenario, rather than this huge focus, which is really easy to pull apart around this urban mobility. It isn't to say that it isn't important. It isn't to say that it isn't going to be a big part of it. It's to say it is not really what is going to be the easiest thing to achieve first. So we should be careful about how we promote that. And obviously, being behind a media company that covers everything from helis, business jet, future of flight, drones, SAFT, and now aerospace, yeah, we're really careful to make sure that we're telling the whole story. Yeah, coming up to the end of the 5-minute run here, which is pretty short. So I'll just say good luck to everyone. Certainly tons of energy still out there, and we may be getting some more money this year. let's see if the new administration in US can help us, because it's been a pretty slow year in 2024. So looking forward to 2025, and obviously I'm here on LinkedIn if anyone wants to promote themselves or just talk about where we can help them. And that's me. Thank you.
Thank you, Sasha. That was great. Appreciate it. And